We call it the blue planet for a reason. Our seas and oceans cover more than 70% of Earth's surface. But they're more than just a beautiful backdrop. They regulate our climate. They feed us, carry our trade, and form one of the planet's largest life support systems. But this World Oceans Day, these vital waters are under pressure from almost every direction. First, rising temperatures. The World Meteorological Organization says ocean heat reached a record in 2025, the highest level since observations began 66 years ago. And over the past 9 years, every single year has set a new ocean heat record. And that matters because oceans absorb most of the excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases. So when we talk about global warming, much of that warming is actually being stored here, beneath the surface. Warmer oceans can fuel stronger storms, kill coral, disrupt fisheries, and push marine life out of their usual habitats. And we are already seeing the warning signs. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are among the most vulnerable. When waters get too warm, corals bleach. And if the heat lasts too long, they can die. And that is not just an environmental loss. It affects fish, tourism, coastal protection, and the millions of people who depend on healthy reefs for food and income. A second, carbon. The UN says the ocean absorbs around 23% of human-made carbon dioxide emissions every year. That helps slow climate change, but it comes at a cost. As more carbon dioxide dissolves into seawater, the ocean becomes more acidic, making it harder for some marine species to build shells and skeletons. In other words, oceans help protect us from climate change while also paying the price for it. And then there is plastic. The UN Environment Programme estimates that 19 to 23 million tons of plastic waste leak into aquatic ecosystems every single year, polluting rivers, lakes, and seas. And without meaningful action, that flow is expected to triple by 2040. To visualize that, UNEP says it is equivalent of around 2,000 garbage trucks of plastic being dumped into oceans, lakes, and rivers every single day. Now, that's the plastic you see clogging rivers and on beaches. And then there is also the stuff you can't see. Microplastics, which enter the food chain, affecting everything from plankton to whales to humans. But there is also a rare piece of good news. The High Seas Treaty, a major UN biodiversity agreement, entered into force last January. It creates a legal framework to protect biodiversity in waters beyond national borders. And that is significant because the high seas make up nearly 2/3 of the ocean. And for decades, they have been difficult to protect. The treaty could help create marine protected areas, require environmental impact assessment, and support the global 30 by 30 target. But here's the catch. A treaty on paper does not automatically protect the ocean. The real test is implementation. Which areas get protected, how quickly countries act, and how enforcement works, and whether fishing, shipping, deep sea mining, and pollution are managed before damage becomes irreversible. Now, the science is clearer. The pressure is rising, but so is the chance to act through stronger marine protected areas and better ocean governance. People can't see these waters as an endless resource, but as a living system that keeps us alive. And few people have made that case as powerfully as oceanographer and explorer Dr. Sylvia Earle. So how much time does the ocean still have, and what would real protection look like? Here's part of my conversation with Dr. Earle. Scientists tell us that the ocean absorbs more than 90% of the excess heat from climate change and around a quarter of global carbon emissions. From your perspective, what does this tell you about how close the ocean system is to its limits?
The ocean is 97% of the biosphere where life exists. Water absorbs heat, but it's living water. That's the thing that we need to keep reminding ourselves. This is not just rocks and water. This is a living system. And one species, that would be humans. We're altering the nature of the planet as a whole and its ability to function within this range of circumstances that are favorable to our existence.
Asia and the Indo-Pacific really sits at the heart of global ocean circulation, biodiversity and fisheries, while also being home to many of the world's most climate-exposed coastal cities. Why do decisions really made in this region matter so much for the future of the global ocean system?
We're right now facing change in the chemistry of the ocean. It's becoming more acidic, which changes the nature of life in the sea. It's one very complicated, integrated system, and we have been disrupting it on a scale that puts us at risk. We know the changing is happening. We know the cause. We know what to do. The trouble is really motivating the sources of the problems, those who are causing those problems, with sufficient urgency that within the next 5 years, right now, we take action, or if we fail to, determine the direction of where we go from here.
But do you think we're too late, or do you think we're still fine?
We've altered the nature of nature, but the planet is still functioning in our favor. But we're so close to getting to points of no return. Right now, we still have a chance to alter the course, to begin to slow that process within a framework that maybe we can adapt going forward, and maybe even to enable some places to begin to recover. But you can't recover species that have gone extinct.
At a time when the scale of the challenge can feel overwhelming, where do you see the greatest opportunity for real progress in protecting the ocean this decade, and who has the power to really make this happen?
That was the High Seas Treaty. Some call it the protecting biodiversity in the ocean. And 30% of the land, 30% of the ocean is now a commitment on the part of enough nations so that they really measure up to what they say they'll do and then do it. We really do have a good chance. We can have our life support taken care of for all the rest of life on Earth and us by protecting 1/3. That's not really what we're aiming for. We need to look at all of nature as our life support system, highest priority, to protect what remains of those ancient systems. They're still in pretty good shape. We need the planet alive, functioning in our favor.